Hello, everybody. I am Jake of Wake and Jake, and I am joined here by
Seth.
And today we are gonna do a review of Jedi Fallen Order. So we each played an hour of this for our recording here, but we've been playing actually a lot more of it. We played it all night. I would say for about somewhat like gotta be pushing 8 hours now of gameplay. So we have a very good feeling about what this game is about. So anybody who's watched this channel before will know that we go down a list of questions for our game night videos and just answer them, and so hopefully you get a good feel of how the game is all around. So first question is, Seth, what did you think of the opening? You got to play it. What did you think of it?
I thought it was really great because it starts out with a used to be Jedi who is hiding from the Empire and trying to live a normal life.
Kind of like hiding. Cal Kestis hiding. That is the main character, and that goes into my question.
What did you think of the main character?
I thought Cal Kestis is awesome. He's the actor, I forget his name. He's very well acted. He does a really good job. Definitely, because he's a Padawan, so it's definitely believable that he is still learning the Force, and it's kind of awesome. Alright, so Seth, what did you think of the story?
I thought the story was really great. The characters were pretty believable, especially your character that you're playing as. You just have the feeling that you're going through the same stuff that he is when you're going through the game, like memorizing like something that you've done as a kid.
Okay, I see what you're saying. And for those of you who don't know, the story is that you are in hiding after Order 66, and you have to use the Force to save a friend, and then obviously the Empire is after you after realizing that, and now you are caught up in a story where you are trying to fight it back against them with the help of some others.
How are the mechanics, such as movement, driving, and inventory?
Well, you got to do the driving section where you got to drive the walker, so that was freaking awesome. Like, that was so cool. Spoiler. Oh well. But the mechanics are really fine-tuned. There's some little bit of wonky animations, but once in a while, but the mechanics are cool. Your lightsaber feels impactful. The diving is accurate. Everything like that. It's like perfect. I love the mechanics of this game. And I'm surprised with the amount of them. We're playing it, almost 8 hours later, and we're still getting stuff. I mean, like, we just got a double jump. That's pretty awesome. Like, a little bit ago. But, so, what did you think of the sound?
The sound was really great. It actually sounds like you're in the situation instead of just having it sound ridiculous, like something that you wouldn't believe.
I agree with that. The guns sound awesome. The lightsaber sounds amazing. Creatures are all unique. Sounds really good.
Did the world feel alive?
I think the world felt alive. I think it was kind of cool with you go to a random area and fight a creature that you've never seen in another part, and then all of a sudden they start spreading out. You see them more as you go on. They're a little more difficult and everything, and there's good reasons why certain parts of the world are abandoned, like the towns and whatnot, because the Empire's pushing the people out. I also liked that how the world's set up. So you go to eat multiple different planets, but the maps in each planet are so big and so intertwined. There's like multiple ways to get to areas, and I thought it was super believable and funny, actually, in a lot of parts. So Do the enemies feel challenging to you?
Yeah. In the first part of the storyline, they're really difficult, and even in the later parts, when I've gotten more of a feel for the game, they still feel a bit difficult. Like some of the bosses, stuff like that.
Oh, I agree. I feel like they level with you almost. Like they get
Yeah.
as things get better, things get harder, so it stays nice and level. I like that.
What was the most challenging part of your hour?
Well, I didn't really. I liked a lot of my hour, but I would say, like we just did, fighting the ninth sister was hard. We literally had to do it for like an hour, because you have to like memorize her attack patterns. It's like, because this game has a very like Dark Soulsy feel to it, and Sekiro Shadows Die Twice kind of feel to it. So you have to time certain attacks. You have to time using your force, which is awesome the way they did the force. So blocking and attacking build your force meter, which then you can use, and it just works perfectly. But that was definitely the most challenging part. Any enemy can feel challenging if like at all too, like when you're fighting just a standard stormtrooper that can melee attack you, they can feel just as difficult as a bigger guy if there's a couple of them. So Seth, was there any funny parts?
Within the time that I've played and you've played, I wouldn't really say there's many funny parts that were listed throughout the game, but every now and then there will be just a small cutscene or something that'll happen that might make you laugh. Any funny parts?
Yeah, there's a ton of funny parts. Just like there's a lot of references to Star Wars movies, obviously, which is awesome. So there's a lot of funny parts that can go on there. Just the things the stormtroopers say as you start cutting them down. Like they'll be like, "Well, I guess I'm the last one," and things like that. It's just like they're just kind of funny parts that you like don't really quite notice unless you're really listening, but they're pretty funny. So were the NPCs believable? Did you think like the enemies were properly balanced and believable as enemies?
Yeah, because I mean, unless you're upgrading your, what's the little robot's name again?
BB-20? No.
I don't know.
Just say droid.
The droid on your shoulder, after it gets a certain amount of upgrades, you're allowed to take control of a certain droid, and that's the only time that like it just feels like you're taking control over their like mindset, making them like your own ally until the time wears off, until the effect wears off. How was the camera?
The camera's pretty good. I feel like it does a good job of not getting too distracting. You can lock on to characters or enemies, so that helps a lot. If you want to focus on just one, or there's just one left, or you're fighting a boss, so you don't have to worry too much about what the camera is doing, which is quite nice because a lot of games can get the cameras very, very wrong. Alright, how did you think of the graphics? Or what did you think of the graphics?
The graphics were really nice. Especially when you go to the different planets and you go to high rising, you can just see like the planet and the views. It's really, really, it just looks really great.
I agree with that. I like, if I could add something, is they even take a minute, like remember when we're flying, and they make you appreciate, like, look how massive this world looks. They did a really good job. They made this in Unreal Engine, and I didn't know that until I started playing it, and you can really tell because this engine is really powerful. So they did a really good job.
Did you enjoy the game?
I am enjoying the game. I can't believe how long it is. I expected it to be a lot shorter, just because I haven't played a lot of EA games that, Star Wars games that have any length of time at all. So this game is awesome. The story is awesome. The actors are awesome. Like this, sometimes it even feels like this could just have been a movie, and it would have been awesome. Did we run into any glitches, Seth?
I think the only glitch was when we were doing the level earlier, when we were supposed to get the ball out of the glass chamber, and the chain would go through the glass, and it would go into the ball.
Yeah, there's some little popping and whatnot with the levels. Sometimes the textures will pop in. Remember, like when we're walking down like hallways and stuff, you can see it flickering. But other than that, a couple wonky animations, like with Cal's head. When you're talking to people, it'll like almost turn completely sideways, even though you're facing forward. But other than that, I don't think there's really many glitches, actual glitches at all. Just some wonky stuff.
Would you buy the game?
I did buy the game, so yes. Would you recommend the game, Seth?
Yes, because it's a really great game, and honestly, if you're not into Star Wars, it doesn't really matter if you like it or not. Just like try the game out for once, and you'll eventually start to grow onto it.
Yeah, I agree with that, because like we said, it's more like a Dark Souls game. So I mean, we were only playing on, I think, a medium or easier medium or something, and like it's still challenging. Like I don't play a lot of Dark Souls games, but I like them, and this is a good example of one. So even if you don't like Star Wars, I mean, you got the challenge of it.
What would you change in the game?
What would I change? That's pretty difficult. Customization's pretty good. You can really customize your lightsaber, which is awesome. I don't know. I love the sliding parts of the game. Like those are actually a lot more fun than I expected. There's a lot of them. I guess maybe a little bit of help with navigation. I don't quite like how the map is set up. Like
how it's 3-dimensional.
Yeah, it works. Like it's cool. Like it's super cool. Like they're not going through menus and stuff like that. But sometimes it's hard to tell exactly what you're looking at. So just once in a while. Not too bad. Would you change anything?
Yeah, like you said, the navigation, but that's pretty much it. The navigation was pretty difficult to figure out, but after a while, we still didn't get the hang of it until you had to help me throughout the game.
Yeah.
Because you somehow understood the 3D map.
Yeah, I kind of got it. Did you rate it 0 out of 10?
I would rate it good 8 out of 10 because, like, I mean, this is a new game that came out and they're just trying to experiment with it and see how many people like it and people who don't. But yeah, unless you're that big of a Star Wars hater, then you're probably gonna say that my rating is wrong and that it should be lower, but I believe that it shouldn't.
Alright, I think I would rate it a 9. Probably, yeah, 9 out of 10. It's not perfect by any means, but it is. The story is so good, the gameplay is so good. It's just, the worlds are so good. I liked it. I don't think I can find anything I really dislike about it. We haven't beaten it yet, so that also adds to it, so I don't quite know how long it is, but this is the longest Star Wars game I think I've played this console generation by far. And hopefully EA notices that.
Are you going to continue playing the game?
Yeah, hell yeah, this game is freaking awesome. I actually didn't even want to stop playing it to come do this review. I wanted to keep going because it's just good. I mean, it's frustrating sometimes by far, but it's really good. So Seth, who do you think was the MVP between us two?
I would have to say you because, well, I didn't really understand much about it. I would just go in, attack, and try and stay alive throughout the whole game. Meanwhile, you would attack, dodge, do anything and everything in your power just to stay alive just to attack the enemy without taking any damage along with.
All right. And then any other comments you got? Anything you think of?
No, not that I can think of.
I would say, for one last thing, is go get this game. If you're a Star Wars fan, this game is awesome. This is a game I feel like you have been waiting for by a long shot. There's no microtransactions that I can see. There's, so far, no multiplayer or anything. It's just a solid single-player Star Wars game by an awesome developer, Respawn, which is one of my favorites. So I would say get this game. That would be my last comment there. So with that, guys, thanks for watching. Sub if you like this kind of thing. Like, hit that notification bell. Other than that, peace.